Hi guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am going to be showing you one of the first Christmas cards that I've made for this holiday, this upcoming holiday season. This is using the brand new Carols of Christmas bundle that you can actually start ordering it now. Stampin' Up! Has released one Christmas set early. This will be in our holiday catalog, which will be debuting in September, but you are able to get the stamp set and the matching framelits this month, which is so exciting. So here we go. It's called Carols of Christmas, and you can see the beautiful images right here. And when you purchase the bundle, you do save 10%. And I pulled out my bundle, or I pulled out my thinlits. They're called the Builder thinlits, so you could see it a little bit better. So you get all of these fun pieces that coordinate with the stamps. I did not use this today on today's card, but I will be showing more advanced cards throughout the month. Like I mentioned in my last video, I will list the supplies that I am using to make this card, but if you are looking for exact dimensions, step-by-step process of how to make this card, be sure that you head on over to my blog, iStampin.com, look for today's post, and you will be able to download the project instruction sheet. I list everything there that you will need to recreate this project, and I think it's a nice little resource. I hope y'all enjoy it too. My first Christmas card, and you may be wondering, kind of non-traditional colors, but the reason being is because I don't have any of our Christmas designer series paper. I forgot to place that order back when the new catalog came out, so I had to go through my stash and find paper that is somewhat Christmassy when you think of, holiday colors. And, it really made me think out of the box with the black and the green, and I like how it turned out. Let me show you, so the paper that I'm using here, this designer series paper, that's coming from the Pick a Pattern collection, but these were the other two papers that I was considering. This is coming from the Whole Lotta Lovely collection, so I was thinking of this black and white, very graphic dot paper, or this really pretty striped, this is our new in color Tranquil Tide striped paper. So like I said, this is from that Whole Lotta Lovely, so you can see, that's not very Christmassy at all, but if you're like me and haven't gotten your Christmas paper yet, look through your collections and see what you may have. So I've got all my supplies right here. So let's go ahead and grab the cardstock that we will need. So I have cut a piece of Emerald Envy cardstock. This is 8.5 by 5.5. So let's just score this at 4 1/4. So that's the halfway point. All right, and now we have a standard size card. Just burnish that with my bone folder. The next thing I have done is cut a piece of the designer series paper. Like I said, this is from Pick a Pattern designer series paper, so you can see that's the back side, so some really colorful mushrooms. And we are just going to adhere that to the front of the card. I'm not sure if I gave you the measurements, but this is 4 by 5 1/4, so just a 1/4 inch smaller, and you will just attach that with your snail. And speaking of the holiday catalog, like I mentioned, that will be coming out September 1st. If you are a preferred customer of mine, you will be receiving your catalogs, mid-month to the end of August, definitely before it debuts in September. But I have a new round of the iStampin Club starting in September. So I'm looking for a few more members to fill up that club. And it's a perfect time because you will be possibly be the hostess the first month of the catalog. It is first come, first serve. So I'll have the information listed below. And if you'd like to join, read all about the club, all the fun details and perks, and then just let me know and I'll get you all signed up. All right, so the next thing I have here is a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this measures 3 by 4.5. And then I just have a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is what I'll stamp the little leaf image on there. So we can go ahead and do that. So what you will need is your Emerald Envy ink pad and a 3/4 inch circle pen. And then I've mounted the little, I guess that's like a poinsettia image on a block. So I think I've got something on my stamp. There we go. All right, so let's just stamp that right there. Now this stamp set does come in wood mount also, so if you prefer wood mount, you can choose that. I prefer the clear mount just for the ease of storage. All right, and then we're also going to need one of our rhinestones. Now I am still using the former packaging. I'm just going to use the medium size rhinestone, and that is just going to go right there in the center of the flower, and we can put that off to the side. All right, so the next thing that we're going to work on is our main stamping. I am going to go ahead and use my Mini Misty for this. You can definitely use a Stamp-A-Majig if you have one. Just with the clear mount stamps, I don't have the best of luck of stamping in the right spot just by guessing. So I like either using this tool or, like I said, my Stamp-A-Majig, and that ensures that I get proper placement. All right, so I am just gonna put the Deck the Halls stamp. That's gonna go towards the top because we are going to be notching the bottom. This is gonna be a banner. So I want that to go right about there. So I'm just making sure my spacing is even on both sides. So I think that looks good. So I'll just close the lid and I'll pick up the stamp, and then I can make sure that it's straight. That looks good. I like to use the Memento Tuxedo black ink. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp or ink up the stamp, and you want to make sure you get good coverage. The good thing about the Misty is if I don't get a good impression, I can come back and re-stamp and the paper won't move. Same results with the Stamp-A-Majig. All right. Now this stamp does have a little bit of texture to it, so it kind of has a distressed look. So don't be worried about that you didn't get a good stamp or that your stamp is faulty. So I want it to be just a little bit darker. So I'm going to come back in here and re-ink. All right, that looks good. The next thing, I just want to point this out because I didn't realize it until after I made my sample. I thought these two were the same images. One was just for the top and the bottom, but if you look closely, this one has a straight edge and this one's kind of curved, and I thought something was wrong with my stamp. So you just need to pick whichever one you want. I am choosing to use the straight edge, and I'm going to show a little tip. When I made my card the very first time, I had this little too far up, and when I went to put my little embellishment on top, it was covering up the letters. So my tip would be is to go ahead and place it on here. Get the spacing that you think you like, and then just go ahead and place your little stamped embellishment on there, and that should be, you should be able to determine if it's too high or too low. And that looks about right. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up and pick up the stamp. We are going to be using Emerald Envy for this. And then what we'll do is we'll just move it up to the top and repeat the same step. Okay, I'm going to clean this off first before I move it up here because the ink will transfer to the top. And now I'm going to line it up as closely as possible. I can use the grid lines to help. But what a wonderful opportunity to get started on your holiday cards in the month of August. Can really eliminate a lot of stress if you get started on your holiday cards, maybe even complete them. And how fabulous would that be after Halloween, or for you to start addressing your holiday Christmas cards in the early part of November, and maybe even have them out before Thanksgiving or during Thanksgiving. I know I would love that. Maybe I need to take my own advice. So really take advantage of this set being available early. I know I need to. Like I said, I need to take my own advice. Okay, so we're done with the stamping. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my paper snips, and I am going to make my banner. This is too wide to use our banner triple punch, and we no longer have our banner thinlits, so I get to do this with a pair of scissors. So hopefully this works out. Sometimes the very first time is not even and I have to adjust it, but hopefully doing this multiple times I've gotten a little bit better at it. And I need to come up a little bit higher. Let me just adjust it on this side really quick. Not too bad. I still prefer using the framelits, but I have to use what we have now. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do here is just pop this little stamped embellishment on a dimensional, and then I'm just going to cover up this little detail. So it's going to look like that. That gives it a fun little added interest. Now to tie in the black with the stamped ink, I am using our brand new Pick a Pattern washi tape. This is one of the patterns. If you look in our catalog, the washi tape is now in color families, which is kind of nice. And I did this technique back in the spring, and I just think it's so fun, especially because we have so much washi tape. This is a great little way to use it up. So I've just cut off a strip, and I'm just layering it together, just making sure that the edges meet up on the sides. And if they don't, the washi tape is low tack, so you can separate it and try it again. You shouldn't have any issues with it ripping. Okay, so that's what it looks like once you have it doubled up. And I am just cutting one at an angle, and then I'm going to use a glue dot to attach that to the underside of the banner. So you'll just want to make 2 of these. Okay, and so I just need to make another one. Okay, and that's just going to go right there. Okay, Okay, and then the next step I'm going to do is I'm just going to randomly put some glue dots on the back side of this banner. I'm going to use the linen thread. I'm going to wrap it around my hand and then just place it on the back of this banner. Just gives it a little bit of interest, some texture. And what I do is I just kind of get the general form and then just kind of manipulate it with the glue dots and stuff like that where it sticks. Okay, so it's going to look like that. So you just see the linen thread just kind of peeking out from the back. And then now I will use Dimensionals again and go ahead and pop this up, and our holiday card will be complete. So I have 2 holiday cards completed. I'm on a roll. So I would love to hear if you enjoy crafting during the summer, if you like to get a jump start on your holiday card making. I really need to be better about that. I'm one of those last minute people that's rushing in the first week of December, second week of December, trying to get my Christmas cards out. And every year I say, I'm not going to do it. Next year is going to be different. So I hope this is the year that I follow through. Okay, so that's just going to go on the center of the card base. And then that is it. So my banner's a little bit crooked. Let's try to straighten that up. Okay, trying to do this without getting my head in the frame. That looks better. Okay, now we're done. All right, guys. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this first holiday card series. This is the first of many. I hope you enjoyed the Carols of Christmas bundle. I did not use the matching thinlits, but I will be, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video. But like I said, this is available early all of this month. You save 10% when you purchase them together. And head on over to my shop and you can pick that up and get started on your Christmas cards like me. And don't forget, if you do want to get their Christmas paper, there is some in the annual catalog. It's a really nice collection, but I thought it was fun to use some non-traditional papers. All right, guys, well, I hope you liked today's project. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Head on over to my blog for the project instruction sheet. And if you would like to join my newsletter, you can do that over there as well. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.